Hey, Miles. So, yeah, continuing on. So I think actually now thinking about it, I think you do want this to be a string. You would like to have a remove item that takes a string and removes the item associated with that string, right? That'll make your life easier for this take business here. Oh, you know, I don't know if I showed you this, but you can go into Edit and pick Auto Layout, and it kind of lays things out a little nicer for you. In fact, it's kind of funny why that, I don't know why we're getting this yellow here, but anyhow. So yeah, so I think this is what we want actually. So if you go into your current room, I think what we want here is to be able to say remove item with a string. And actually I'm just going to make a copy with string and item name. And let me show, I'm going to actually comment this out too. Because I think what we want here is, so actually this will work fine now if we make items be a hash map, well, of type string item. Okay, so if we make ourselves a hash map, just like we have in player a hash map, if we do the same thing in room, there's going to be some other stuff we need to change here though. Like we had add item. So we might want to do like a here maybe like something like put, because with the hash map you need to use put. So then we could do item, because the item object itself can tell you its name, right? Description, is that? Just want to double check something here with my version of it. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So I think if we can use get description maybe as the key, because this is a string, right? So why don't we copy that, close, and oh, where was I? Yeah. If we said item dot get description, comma, item, okay? So then we're using the actual description of the item as our key. That makes sense. And then if we want an iterator into the items, what's that going to look like? I think what we want to do here then is, let me show you this. So actually, if you do like, tutorials point has some nice tutorials on some of this stuff too. But if you just look at the Java API for HashMap here, okay, this tells you exactly what the methods are that you can call on it. So what do we want here again? Let's see. Oh yeah, so we want to see what we can iterate through. So here, what we want to iterate through is the actual items themselves. So remember, we have two parts to our hash map. We have the key and the actual objects that we're keying into. So really, if you want to iterate through something, what you want to iterate through is the these values here. Okay, so if you look at hash map, there's this. So there's these two halves to it. Yeah, so you see it says hash map k comma v. So this splits into the class for the keys and the class for the values. Okay, so we go down here, boom, 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 and we're using strings, basically the name of the object as our values. And what we can do is, if we call values, that gives us back a collection, with of those values objects. Okay, and we can get the iterator that way. So we can just get our iterator off of the. So if you look at the interface collection, there's an iterator guy that you can call off of that. So we need to get the collection with values, and then we can call the iterator on it. So let's do that. Okay, so items is our hash map. So if we say dot values and then dot iterator, that'll give us our iterator. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Let me auto layout. Yeah, okay. Alright, so let's see where we are with the other stuff. The other stuff is compiling. Alright, so now it's saying incompatible type still. So we said current room. Oh, current room remove item. Was it room where I did that, or remove? Oh, it says public void remove item name. Oh, are we looking for let's see, return value? Oh yeah, so it's wanting a return value here. So so you're asking for a value here, but you have to declare it as void. So you got to fix that. Okay, so see what I'm saying right here? This says void. So we want actually the item, and I think, let me just double check. The remove does hash map? Yeah. Okay. Remove. Yeah, the remove actually returns the value, so we can take advantage of that and just return this. Okay. So yeah, I mean this notation here looks kind of funky, the K and the V stuff, but it basically means they're called generics, right? So there's a general idea. So if you create a hash map that's a string comma item, then anywhere on here where you see V, read that to mean item, and anywhere you see K, read that to mean string. All right, so yeah, like if you like, the key set will return a set with all the strings in it. Okay, so if you're doing string and item. Okay, and let's see if that compiles now. Okay, so now we have picked up item get name. Oh, I don't think we have a get name method in the item class. I think we called it get description. Yeah. So let's copy that. And where did we break here? make this get description, paste. Alright, and return item. Yeah, see, you can't return anything if you have a void return type. So if you want to return the item, you have to give it a return type of item. Okay, and let's see, cannot find symbol get item name. So in your room class, you have to have a get item. How did we? I think we called it something else. Oh, that was remove item, get item, add item, remove item, get exit string. Yeah, so you have to do something like this. See how you have get exit? You want to do a similar thing for items. So now they're both hash maps, so this makes life easy, right? So you do the same kind of thing. So let's copy, and let's just call it get item. Paste it down here. And we want to return an item. I'm going to say get item with the name of the item, and we'll just say items get the name. Okay, and I think this is still going to break because I didn't name it exactly the same way. Okay, I just called it get item. I think it makes more sense to say get item because it actually is an object of type item that you're getting. You're not getting the name of the item. When I see name, I always think more of like a string that describes the item or something like that. Okay, so we can't find get weight for item. Why can't we find that? Let's see. Item. Get weight. Public double get weight. What is the dealio here? Let's see. Item. Oh, because you got a string called item here. So I guess what you want to do here is can take. So we're using, I see. So you're using that here. If can take. Item to take. Maybe. Oh, I think yeah. I think you just meant to put item to take here. So let's see. Okay, we're making progress. All right, so now we got to do the values bit again to get our iterator. And okay, I think you have to maybe import iterator here. Import java.util.iterator. Let's see. Does items not have? Right. Oh, I see. Items is just an item in here. I was thinking. Oh, I see. I'm thinking of picked up items, I guess. And incompatible types. If carried items. Oh yeah. So remember, when you just use a single equal sign, that's an assignment. So when you want to do comparison, you do equals. Okay. Let's see. So I guess that's what you're trying to check there. Okay. So that compiles. Okay, so looks like we got it compiling at least. So I'll let you pick up from here and see if it's doing what you want it to do. You know, try and do a little bit of you know, we'll do some testing, make sure everything works, and you know, if you need to debug, try and do a little debugging. But if you get stuck, just, you know, go ahead and give me another email.